Shall we play a game?
Almost started without the mic live. This actually wasn't the one I was going to run, but this is the one that I think it was you, Burke, mentioned, where there's a 111 at one end that we're driving, and up the other end, which I should, really. Let's get this one set up, ready to go, and we'll go up the other end. And I want to turn the Krokodil on and see if it works. Electric brake, train brake valve 1. Let's put you into apply. Let's put you into release. Oh, I'm trying to remember how to set up the 111 now. Brake release. No, normal's what I want, isn't it? Normal. Yeah, normal. Instrument lights on. Put that in. Put you to forwards. And that seems promising. Better go and turn on Indusy. Oh, we're at the right end. Are we at the right end? We are. We're actually at the right end. I don't have to go up the other end to do it. Mind you, you can go up the other end on this. Can you? No. I thought you could. You could go through the back, but no. All right, let's go and see what this Krokodil's doing up the back here. Mid-80s with a takeaway paper cup? Plastic lid? Wouldn't have thought so. Mid-80s, bloke with a pink lunchbox. Also, and headphones. It might have been a Walkman. Would be possible. Yeah, this would have been the ultimate in high-tech dudes if you had a Parker like that in the 80s. Hoodies would have been around. Oh, I thought she was wearing shorts, but it was just the colour of her umbrella. Now, here's our Krokodil. And it definitely doesn't have Panto up. So, let's have a look. What happens if we put its Panto up? It's got no one in it either. Pantograph up. Pantograph controls supply. We'll leave the blowers off, actually. Compressor on. Main circuit breaker maintain. And battery charger. Now, if I do that, will she contribute to the train? That's an interesting question. Because it wouldn't have without the pantograph up. So this is a top and tail. I don't know anything about this service. I should have unlocked the doors before I did that. Now I'm late. Never mind. That's life. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully everybody managed to transfer over. No, I don't want to give it up. I'm coming back. Honest. Twinsies. It's funny when you see stuff that's not as random as it's supposed to be. Right, let's get this door shut. Get in here. Get the other doors open. Alright, doors are now unlocked. Now, is there anything else I have to do in here? Don't think so. I think that's about it for the setup of this one. I think. Now, what will be really interesting is if the train can't move since I turned on the Krokodil. That'll be funny. Best comment I saw in here was bowling for cows, so very good. And I saw that. It's a good thing I had the break, by the way, not going into too much detail. Let's just say last night's Chinese food won it out. That's okay. The music that you were hearing in here is actually composed by a friend of mine named Hannah, and I use some of the money that comes in from the channel. Is it time to go? No, it's not time to go. Use some of the money that comes in from the channel to pay her to do compositions for me, and I kind of aim... The channel's doing a little bit better, so I'm kind of thinking maybe once a year I'll get her to do some music. She's an awesome person who I very much like to support because she's very good at what she does, but she kind of doesn't believe it. think we're okay to go. Let's run up a little bit and we'll find out. Looks promising. Beep. So this particular one, the music for this one is made on a synthesizer. I think it's from the late 70s, she said. And the individual trained sound effects, they're like the 70s or 80s version of stems. And you blend them into your music, and they come on 5-inch floppy disks, believe it or not, that she loads into the synthesizer console. Zephyr. At least I assume it was Zephyr beefing, because we're still moving. Well, we know the train can move with the Crocodile's pantograph up. Better get back in here. I know, it's all green. I don't have to acknowledge. Now, we're a little while to a signal, so why don't we come around here? Shut up, Zephyr. Let's go around the other side, actually. It might be easier to see. This is so hard to do on a controller. Is it powering? Can't actually quite see the gauges that would tell me if it's powering or not. No, I can't see it. I can't see the needles, so I think it's not. Zephyr. Alright, let's start picking up some womp. And the music got you dancing. It's cool. It is a bit like in a club. You want to get rid of the train sounds, Fears. The train sounds are what make it good. Yeah, but Hannah's a very, very talented person. And I've known her a really long time, and I ran up way too far then. That's okay. We'll survive. She's a very, very talented person. She's been in multiple bands. Oh. Well, I got something wrong, clearly. And Dusty just bit me. Was I going too fast or something? Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't going too fast. That should have been all right. Wonder what I got wrong then. Yeah, well. Off we go again. Richie Rail says you failed this service earlier. Well, I just failed it then. Are we going to be able to move? Brakes are still a little bit on, I can see on that right-hand top gauge. It might run up a little more because we're on a bit of a hill. There we go. There we go. I'll just be gentle about it. I'm not quite sure what I got wrong there. I don't think I was going too fast, and I think I acknowledged it quickly enough. Maybe I acknowledged it too early. It does seem to be a little bit picky. I think I can still see the signal when I acknowledged it. It might have been too early. MANNC Rail fan, hello to you. Welcome. Welcome to stream number 2. Sykes says, I heard Walkmans are coming back. I've actually seen someone using a iPod recently as well. And I've seen someone else using a Wave MP3 player. And they go, oh, Wave's better than MP3. And I go, you probably would have said that... oops, I don't want those on. I don't want that on either. You probably would have said that records were better than CDs as well. Oh, let's not take it too far. I guess we're supposed to stop here. Come on, brakes, do something. There we go. Zephyr. Is this a stopper? Must be. I don't think I've done a full stopper on this route yet. Oh, that's near enough. We'll stop there. The doors will open on the left side of the train. The little crocodile. In fact, if we come and sit down here, we'll know if the crocodile's helping because we'll hear it. We sit about here. We should hear it. Richie Rail got stuck on a hill. Top and tails should provide power, but in this case it didn't put the panto up, which is why I went and put it up. Right, now let's try and do this remotely. This should be interesting, because we're going to have to guess what tap we're on. Did I put the throttle back to off? I'm guessing I didn't because it's not moving yet, so let's put it back to off. Sit for a bit and then go to run up. 1, 2, 3. There we go, that's better. I don't think the crocodile's helping. I can't hear it making any noise. So I don't think it's helping somehow. Just be careful not to run that up too far and blow the breaker. There's a 103. Isn't that cute? The stuff you see. Waits to get stopped. Woo. Victory is mine. Why is my work machine inviting me to a meeting? I don't think I want to go. Not on a Sunday. Fierce says she should make music. I'll find you a link. She has. I'll find. She's actually got some of her older music's on YouTube. I'll find it. Off we go onto the Mittenwaldbahn branch line. Zephyr. Next time we're stopped at a station for any length of time, I'll find it, because with Indussi turned on and Zephyr turned on, I dared not go start hunting for YouTube channels. Don't think I have to acknowledge that one, and I haven't been stopped, so yeah, clearly not. We are going to be stopping here. Trying to find out how good the brakes are in a place where it's safe, because I can roll through a green if I have to. All right, they're not bad. Yeah, they're not bad at all. All right, doors opening. Let me start the search. No, that's not what I want. Ah, there she is. It says they put a name on her channel. Oh, well. That's her channel. And if you look in her playlists, so where's... Yeah, if you look at her playlists, there's quite a bit of her music in there. And I first came to know her through the photo community that I used to run. She came to a couple of photo walks, and then one day she said, "I've got a band." Ooh, bouncy. Are we slipping? I think we did. Get out of the way, people. Stand clear. Stand clear of the moving train. And then she came on quite a few photo walks, and then have I pressed the com with banking com? I don't think there has banking com on this thing. Banking com's it's mostly an American thing. A couple of English locos have got it. But I don't think 111 has the concept. Weirdly, I think the Krokodil actually does, but I don't think this does. No, nothing's active there. I don't see anything anywhere else. But anyway, we better start getting some power on, or we're going to have a little bit of a challenge on this hill. But only a little bit at a time, because it's probably slippery, because snow. We're next stopping at Hoxell. This hill's quite familiar to me now, because I've just done so many runs up it filming the challenge video of whose country's got the most powerful locomotives for climbing hills, which I won't ruin who it was. Desk light dimmer, CFA, is that windscreen wipers down there? Uh-huh. I knew there was windscreen wipers somewhere. The 111 not really struggling with this hill too much. And we'll get back to the chat soon. Ziva. Melbourne Train Guy says, Paul, here's me and my Zune. Sorry if I missed anybody earlier than that, because it scrolled off. MA and NC Ray fans playing Boston Worcester. Or was that Boston Worcester? Lord Dampnut refurbed a stack of iPods for his car. Mine just does Bluetooth, so I don't need an iPod. Zifa. It says iPod 5th generation is the best Apple product ever released. So simple, did its job exactly right. Well, that's what made them famous, was the iPod. Really, I think. Melbourne Train Guy said his first MP3 was a nugget of a thing. He obviously loved it. Sykes says, where do you shop for .wav music? The files are huge, not necessary for consumer listening. Oh, you can get them. There are sites that you can download WAVs from. Psych says his device hasn't held battery since 2016. You can replace them easily enough. You can buy the little batteries that they use. In fact, if you get really excited these days, as long as you get a charger to match it, and don't try it on a charger that doesn't match it, you can put a LiPo in them. And they will go for weeks on a LiPo. But be very careful charging a LiPo, because if you get the charging wrong, they will catch fire. So never charge a LiPo on a foreign charger. Only use the one that's specifically designed for that kind of battery. Syke says, did you set the electrics in the croc? I just put its pantograph up, so I didn't do anything else with it. Ziffer. See, it's got a panto up, but I don't, and I turned it all on. The only thing I didn't turn on was the blower. So if it's going to power, it would be powering, but I don't get the impression it is, but I really don't think the 111's suffering too much, really. Ooh. I ran it up and it ran back down by itself. I think it must have slipped. It's an interesting loco to drive, this one. It took me quite a long time to get used to it, and I'm kind of okay with it. I can't imagine a new player getting in the 111. I reckon that would be the first and last thing they ever drove in Worlds. I really do, because it bites you on the arse. It's like one of those little yappy dogs that just gets up and bites you for no reason. Melbourne Train Guy's device is a paperweight, apparently. Might be food. Syke says improvised weapon. Ah, an old MP3 player is a weapon. It could work. It's possible. Well, we are getting just a touch fast, so I actually need to run down a little. So I said the 111 doesn't seem to be struggling with the gradient too much. I just hope I don't hit a too wetter patch, because I have got some wetness on. Sounds wrong, doesn't it? Got some wetness on. MANNC Rail fan watching 2 streams and playing TSW. You watching Henters by any chance? Because, you know, I still am. He's still there. Ooh. 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 Ah. Ah. Sifa, everything's happening all at once. I probably shouldn't have come off the power then, actually. That was probably a mistake. Run up, run up, run up. That should be enough to crawl it up the hill without going into a slip festival. I shouldn't have got off the power. I saw the signals going out and went, ah, shit. Come on, you can do it. I don't want to run it up hard. It is actually slowing down, I think. Might have to run it up a little bit more, actually. But I don't want to run it up hard because it'll just slip like it is. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I may have just balked myself. Alright, let's see if we can release the train brake now. Let's see if that independent will hold. Come on. I'm going to off. Come on, run up. Up to about 4 and we'll just sit there. Alright, we'll let that sit. We'll let that sit and percolate. Go. Can she do it? Come on. You know you want to. Too much. You're sliding. Come on. You can do it. Try it. Try it. No. 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 It was so close, it almost did it. Richie's going, that's what happened to me. Alright. Back down to off. Let's take it up to 1 more. 6. No, sit 6. Don't run down again. 6. Alright, sit there. The brake's not holding it. So the independent can't hold it. That's interesting. Alright, let's apply you with more pressure and release the train brake. Now the independent, I'm not sure if this will actually run up with me having so much pressure in the brake cylinder. Let's see. And I want it to go to 6 and stop. Right. Okay, we've got 6. We've got power. Let's release the independent. Let's see what happens. Can she do it? Can she lift it? No, other end. I want to see if it's slipping. You just got to wait now and see if it can do it. Come on, 111. The Vectron can do it. Go on, lift your train. It's not that heavy. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. It's trying to move. I can see it pixel by pixel. It's trying to go. It needs a little bit more power. But the trouble is, if I run up to 7, I think it'll slip. Let's try. Nah, 7 lost it, see? 7 just lost it. Alright. Let's go back to 6. Let's just go to 6 and be patient. Actually, let's try and run it up to 7 and then just see what happens. One more. No. No, it just slipped and then it runs down again. Alright. No, don't slide, don't slide, don't slide. You shouldn't be sliding. Your brake's still applied. Come on. Apply more. I want you to apply more. There we go. Slippy slidey. Slippy slidey. Oh, it's trying. It's actually trying by itself. But it's just running up like crazy. It's never going to work. It's just going to explode. Oh, I don't understand what it was doing then. I didn't have it in run up. It was just slipping like crazy. Right, we're actually on a steeper bit of the track now as well, which is annoying. And yes, we do have the potential for a spad going backwards here. I'm not keeping up with the chat for some funny reason. Run up to, let's try 7 again. Right, there. Now you just hold that for a tick. Where's the sand button? Is there a sand button? Yeah, there is. Right, now let's get you into release and sand. Lots of sand. I'm making a little mountain of sand for the locomotive to haul over. Oh, it's just gone into run down. This is never going to work, is it? I don't like you, train. You're being annoying. Play more. All right. We might have to roll back to that station. I'm not sure if we... yeah, we can. There's no signal at that station. It'll be flattered there. We might have to do that. But let's go one more attempt. Run up to 6. And hold there. No, hold. 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 Right. Release. And on the sand. Come on. Come on. Why does it run back down like that? You're going to try again? You're going to run it back up by yourself since you ran it down by yourself? We're going to run back down to that station where it'll be a little bit flatter. Of course, that signal probably won't go green for me now because I've paid past it. But we'll see what it does. I think you do need the crop pushing to get this up the hill, to be honest. But it was me that stuffed that up. It was going fine, and I just come off the power too early. So it's not the moving, it's the starting it that you need it for. And I'm worried that that signal hasn't cleared. So I'll get it started and we'll just drive it up to the red. So it'll be just an academic exercise, I suspect. Quiet, Sifa. You're being pointless. We could just watch it slide all the way back down. Hello, Sam. You're now watching on your phone, MA. Fair enough. Can you do another VGR Roblox thing? I will at some point. God, I should have stopped up there. It was 3.2. Now it's 3.7. But I think in the station it's almost flat. But you realise this will just be an academic exercise of can I make the train start again? Because we're going to get up to that signal. It's going to be red. Because it won't have reset because I went through it. And then we'll fail. And then we'll restart the service and do it again and do it properly. All right. So this is about as unsteep as this station gets, I think, about 2%. All right, so let's independent brake on again. Fully applied. Lots of pressure. Release the train brake. Release the hounds. And we're going to run you up to 6. No, one more. 6. All right, 7 then. Fine. Do that. Release. Sand. Come on. See, it just runs down. It just gives up and runs down. I don't get it. I mean, it's probably meant to do it, but... All right, one more try, and then we're just going to restart service. So I don't think the sand does anything, so we know that for a start. So I've got 2.5 bar on. If I can go to brake 1 and have it still hold... So if it doesn't roll on brake 1, you should be okay to power. I'm going to run up to 6. Well, we're not. We're going to go to off. We're going to run up to 6. No, it won't because the brakes aren't released. All right. Actually, have we popped a breaker maybe? No, there was no big clunk because we haven't popped a breaker. Release the brakes, run up. Will that work? Oh, we can try it this way. No, because she's refusing to power. Why is she refusing to power at all? Oh, there we go. Alright. And it just runs down again. It just runs down again in hold. Well, it's kept 2 on. Come on, you go up another one? Come on, you can do it. Come on. Reverse the slide. You can do it. Oh, sand is helping. Come on. Because it started to get slower with sand. Come on. All right, it's trying to go forwards. It's got 1. Come on. All right, we've got 2. And you'll slide again. Come on, go back up. I do not know what it's doing. Must have some kind of primitive slip detection, I think. Let's see if we can do it with the power range. See if I can make it work with that. Oh, it's trying. It's trying very hard with that. Oh, let's go break one. You're going to go off again, aren't you? No, we're doomed. We're going to restart this. And it's clear that the crocodile does nothing. Nothing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you reckon I didn't close the breaker? All right, we'll do that. Let's set this one up. Let's try that and see if it makes any difference. Fly. Release. Power. Doors open. Zephyr. Dusty. Get out of the way, passenger. Now get in my way. Come on, Crocky. So we don't want to unlock it or anything. Just... No, unlocked. Not that one. Panto up. Set. Control. Compressor. No, you shouldn't need the compressor, actually. We'll put the blowers on this time. We didn't do that last time either. Don't need train heating. Do need a battery charger. Okay, so she has got power. Alright. Shouldn't do that. It's the grassy knoll. Watch out, presidents. That was nice of her to just get out of my way. Very pleasant person. Why have you got an umbrella under a roof? And why are you moonwalking? Okay. Alright. As they say in the classics, let's try that again. Is it time to go yet? It's time to go. Lock doors. Okay. Let's go. So brakes are released. Let's run her up to 3 and stop. And now I want to go to the back of the train. Ooh, it went clunk. Did you hear that? It did something. But is it actually powering? And I've got a signal coming up. It's so hard to tell. No, I can't tell. It's still below the dashboard. But I've got a signal coming up, so I'd better stay up the front. Where's my snow? Did I forget about my snow? I want my snow. Hey, hang on. This signal was yellow last time. This time it's green. I have to acknowledge it. No, I don't know. What's going on? What's going on? You don't have to turn on banking comm in the rear locos, only the front one, Mr. Toby's dad. And the front one doesn't have it. But that's okay. And need to run down a little bit anyway. We'll be going too fast very soon. Okay, let's go back through it. Yeah, it didn't like chain 6. Beworth. Is that like Nebworth in Germany? Yep. Does the train still have a path after going through signals backwards? Generally not. You tend to lose it. So, no. It was just an academic exercise. Could I get the train to move again? Hello, Florian. How are you? What have I done, mate? I screwed up. I came off the power too early. Quite simply. Oh, this was the signal that was yellow that stopped me before, wasn't it? Let's see if it stops me again. Because I think that should be okay. Nah, stop me again. So clearly I'm going too fast. And 1000 hertz flashing says I didn't acknowledge it, but I did. Uh-huh. Fine. You going to run up for me? No, you're not. No, you won't do it till the brakes come down, will you? We can go into hold, though, and as soon as the brakes start to release, get below about 2.5. There we go. Should be able to run up now. Ooh, that might be a bit much. It's holding. Oh, my snow's back. Hey. Okay, bit of sand. Sand's a double-edged sword, you know. Because if you think about the reality of it, you've got a little sand that puffs out a little bit of sand, or a little pipe, rather, that puffs out a bit of sand in front of the wheel. And if you put out too much, you actually make a little hill. And it might not sound like much, but even a hill that's a couple of millimeters high can make it too much for your train to climb over it, because instead of just lifting the train forwards, it actually has to lift itself up. So it's got to lift its own weight. Sigh. Fierce, I don't think the speed and power version would have worked today. No, I really don't. It does in the Vectron. In the Vectron, you just whack it at 100% and wait for it to do its thing, because it will. But in this, no. This one, you're driving by the seat of your pants. Syke says the Croc does better at hill starts if you walk to it. And isn't there a wheel slip switch in the 111? There is, but doesn't that just turn it off? So I think it's usually on. This feels like deja vu, doesn't it? It's like we've done this before. There you go, you can stop now, train. That'll do you. Yeah, you just slide. You just do whatever you want to do. An aborted Sifa there. Yasin says, nice content, thank you. Yasin Mazouk. Sam's train says, snow cancelled due to Greta. Well, not with these locos. Syke says it checks for 40 kilometres on yellow. But the first time I went through it, I think I was doing less than 40. This time I wasn't. I was doing 50 that time. So that time it was probably allowed to whack me. Locked doors. Let's get the brakes off because we're on the flat here. And we're slightly downhill. So let's go to hold. Now let's just go down the back because I'm really curious. No. Let's see if I can get in the right spot. And right, now let's just run up to about there. It's going to move. It's thinking about moving, isn't it? Well, something's happening anyway. Is that actually moving? It is moving. Oop, I've got a signal. Went straight off. Twit. That's alright. We're doing under 40 this time, so let's see if we survive the signal. Zifa. We should survive this one. Right, now let's go back down the back again. What are we in? We're in hold, aren't we? Let's just run it up to... No, you're not going to run up anyway because you're... Oh no, you were doing it. You were fine. You were happy. I just wasn't patient enough. Now, let's see if we can see down the back. Are we powering or not? I don't think we are. I can't see needles on any of those, but... No, look at the gauge. It's on 0. So no, the Croc's not powering even now. Airplane. Sorry. Near enough. You can walk, passengers. It's fine. Stop whinging. We might try the... If we get stuck again, we might try the croc and push. Florian says, I haven't had any issues with Industry on this route so far. Like, it'll just be not understanding it. That's all it'll be. I didn't Nebworth M-A-N-N-C Railfan. You can't retract a Nebworth, mate. It's out there. And it checks for 40 on yellow. Animal TVI says Industry soon got turned off. 2 emergency stops in 2 minutes. Way worse than PZB. At least you can acknowledge that. Yeah, you just need to learn it. And I'm not going to pretend to understand it properly. I don't. I understand it enough that most of the time I get away with doing it, which is, you know, it's one of those more us than class things. It's like it's all luck. Come on, off you go. And you read the manual, says psych. Animal says, don't know what, goes off, train stops repeatedly. Personally, I just leave it turned off. Florian says, Industry won't whack you for going over the signal over 40 in reality. It should slow to 40 after acknowledging. Yeah, you're meant to get 34 seconds, I believe. All right, it's run up for the hill time. Let's see what I can get away with. Well, that was slipping a bit because it dropped back a couple. Let's see if I can have another one now because I'm going to need a couple more notches to get up the hill. And we're doing okay. We're picking up speed. I'm going to come back down to 15 and stay there. I think 15's about the sweet spot. Deborah Reef Reader, what's up? Well, hopefully nothing because I'm driving a train. It's not meant to be that exciting. I amuse myself. Florian has the feeling it doesn't register that you acknowledge. I do get that feeling sometimes, but I also think it's kind of okay. Let's hope 17 holds. Looks okay. That can be reality on a train too. I'm losing speed. Just slightly I'm losing speed, but am I game to actually notch up? No. Yeah, I'm definitely losing speed. We're going to have to. Ooh, it took 2. Drop back 1. As long as it holds speed, I'll be happy. I don't need to accelerate. I just need to hold. Actually, it's a protected crossing. I didn't need to honk for that one. I think we're holding speed now. We're sitting on about 54. I think we're okay. Yeah, Krokodil doesn't sound like it's doing anything. And I'm trying to see the gauges. There's nothing registering on the gauges, so no, I don't think it is doing anything. Oh, hang on. No. No. It's doing nothing, but we are accelerating, so it's fine. We're just going to stay accelerating, and if we start speeding, because I'm not touching it. That was one thing that one of our drivers taught me, because he was giving me a drive, and we were going up a hill on a particularly slippery day, and he said, when you find a throttle position that it doesn't slip, and a cut-off position where it doesn't slip, if you're going too fast or too slow, just leave it alone. Just let it be, because you might not get it back if you try and change it. So I thought that was quite good advice. Lee Reader says, what year and country was this loco used? I think they actually still exist in a few places, but they're not in regular use anymore on this line. I think they've been sold to other countries. So this was mid-80s, if I remember my dates correctly, that this is set in. The route is Mittenwaldbahn, and they were used on other routes as well. There's also a Swiss version of it, which has coupled wheels. This one doesn't have coupled wheels. It's just all driven on the inside with traction motors. Florian says, anyway, you're off to bed. Cool. Enjoy yourself, mate. Have a good sleep. Syke says 1989 Austria, Germany. Thank you. I knew it was 80s. Fierce is also off because it's 6 past midnight. Have fun, Fierce. Sleep well. Syke says usually before the double yellow you get green and yellow, which is 45 according to the Austrian signals. And MA and NC rail fan, we were attracting lots of messages. Oh, you went another night with Nebworth. See, he says, seriously, why comment then delete them? Nah, he's a weird guy. Here we are, we're coming up on the place where I screwed it up last time. We are still holding 60. Oh, something's going on in Frankston because I can hear the police chopper hovering overhead again. I don't know if that's coming through the mic or not, but I can certainly hear it. Syke says, when I find myself in times of trouble, my mother Mary comes to me, speaking of words, let it be. Yeah, it's a bit like the more modern version, the Disney version of it. Let it go, let it go. We are holding speed. Was I late last time? Because we've got greens this time. So we're going through. Because that was yellow last time and I powered off and way too early. I should have kept the power on until most of the train had crested the hill. Now I've got an itchy nose. It's probably a mustache hair stuck up my nose or something. We will pick up some speed here. Don't care. I'm going to let it. I'm not touching it. It's working now because we're straight back into the gradient on the other side. And Indusy doesn't generally whack you for speed when the signal's green. Yeah, you tell me all about it. We're going too fast. Don't care. Do not care. Not a problem. See? Can't tell now. Oh, yes, you can. Damn. Anybody else see the carriage go transparent for a moment there when the cloud went over it? Interesting effect. Zephyr. Syke says, Michael says, Night Florian fierce, MA and NC rail fan because I wanted to wake up Nightbot to remind you that you missed a station. And I didn't miss a station. There's lots of other commands with Nightbot. If you want to wake it up, you can just type help. Animal says, it's gone midnight here, but some oafs have turned up to fix the road right outside my bedroom window. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, they do tend to do roadworks at night. And you always wish they'd pick someone else's bedroom window, don't you? But no. Damn it. Missed a gratuitous bridge shot. It's a good bridge too. Well, I suppose it's more of a viaduct than a bridge, but you get the idea. Halfway to Hoxell, you might think, but probably not. Nice view down out of the mountain there. Whee! Ooh, that was sickening. Whee! Does it again, because it's sickening. Tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. I don't think Nightbot knows about butts somehow. Lee says, how strict are the speed limits in real life? Because you get a penalty for going over 1 mile an hour. They are that strict. In most cases, if you go over the speed limit, so in a PZB route and a German route, if you go over the speed limit and you go over a set of checking magnets, they'll ping you for being on the limit. They'll actually whack you if you're on it, because you're probably not on it. So if the limit's 100, you're probably doing 100.1. They'll whack you. In a normal railway, do I not have headlights on? I don't think I do. Where are the headlights? Headlights? Up there maybe? No. Blind? Door? No. I'm disoriented. Where are we? I've lost the world. I'm upside down. We shall check the headlights when we come out of this tunnel. So let's... Headlights. Desk light? Must be headlights somewhere. There must be a switch somewhere. There must be a switch somewhere over there. There's only the desk light too. There's nothing else. Ah well. There's probably a switch behind me on the back wall up there somewhere. So we'll find that when we're out of the tunnel and turn it on. 3.5 is fun. That's the reality on the railway that I actually work on in real life though. Our gradient's 3.3. Yeah, I thought there's a thing on the back wall. I think there's a switch you have to put it round from reds to whites, and then it'll work. Syke says, did you always have a beard? Does it itch? Oh, I was still talking about a real railway too, but on a real railway, if you are speeding and it's like that tree falls in the forest thing, yes, there'll be a data recorder, and yes, it's recording that you are speeding. That's better. We've headlights now. And we have mysterious light from nowhere. It will record that you're speeding, but if you don't actually hit something or have a crash or have an issue, no one will ever look at that data recorder. So the reality is no one will ever know that you did. That doesn't mean you should. And we run, our diesels have Hassler speed recorders, and they write to a paper chart, and in the steam engines we have, they're called Hansa, I think. They're a French one. They write to a paper chart as well. But the reality is, and yes, I know I'm coming to a station, but the speedo needle does this in a steam engine. So it might write you've gone over 15, but really you haven't. Or if you did, it was for a tenth of a second or whatever. Keeping the power on. Now I'm going to go into rundown. I learned from last time. Zephyr. Alright, you can stop there if you want. That'll do fine. Doors open. Yep, go for a walk, people. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun. It's good for you. Get your step count up. Psycast, did you always have a beard? Since 2012. In 2012 for a while. No, but 2010 I had a beard. And 2012 I shaved it. I just had a big mustache that came down like this. And, yeah, Chris hated it. It wasn't a fan at all. Alrighty. We are on the flat. We should be okay here, shouldn't we? Brakes off. And you aren't going to run up. We're on the flat, so we're not going to roll. It's fine. And it won't run up because I didn't go to off after I put the brakes on while it was still going. Oh, little one, you can do it. I should learn what the key is for sand, shouldn't I? How could you be rolling backwards? We're on a flat. You can't possibly be rolling backwards. You just can't. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? Come on. We've got to get some speed up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sooner or later it'll hold. Just got to keep running it up, running it up, running it up, let it slip, run it up, let it slip. Come on, you almost did it. Okay, I got it to 18. Let's hold with 18 for a little while. Let's see how it goes. Look, gratuitous bridge. Ah, you're at the wrong end of the train, you stupid key. All right, gratuitous bridge shot. Done. Good. Over. Zephyr. All right, it's holding with 18. I think I'll just be happy with 18. Just leave that be. It doesn't do moist psych. Lord Dampnut, on the XPTs in New South Wales, I randomly ordered the wax paper recording and hold it against a known standard. Not sure if it can be tied to a specific run or driver. Our drivers have to sign the chart at the start of every shift. So you could work out what run it was during the day. And if I'm driving and the driver's firing, it's going on the driver's record. Where did I buy my beard? Yeah, they just kind of grow by themselves, mate, when you get old enough. Someone thinks I spattered, but no. Amuro Ray, rollback might be coupler play. It could be. That is possible. You don't tend to get coupler play on these ones. Oops, we're in a tunnel. And we're out of a tunnel. Oh, we got the big bridge. But you don't tend to get coupler play on German trains because they're link and pin and they're tightly coupled. So they're not like Buckeyes. So normally you pull them up and you tighten them up almost as much as you can so the buffers are actually starting to buff. So you shouldn't get a lot of play. You'll get some, but you shouldn't get a lot. Lethan B. Seafeld. And 18's enough to keep us moving, and it's actually accelerating too. So yeah, that's all right. 18 will be enough. It's an interesting run. Animal wants to know why they keep saying Nebworth, because it's the wrong country. Lord Dapnut says rear half downhill. I think the gradient on the HUD's only the loco. The train should have been short enough. I'll have a look next time, but the train should have been short enough that it's all on the flat. But maybe you're right there. It's possible. Sykes says none of my interesting words have triggered anything. Adulting is too much hair management. Yep. No worries, Amuro. Ash, do you think a beginner could learn this train? Yeah, run it in summer. Don't try and run it in winter until you're used to it. And most of the time you'd be fine in winter if you just don't mess up and stop like I did on the gradient. Hey, that's shades of a Rosalini. There's a mountain missing. Right, there it goes. It's drawn it in. It's back. I've never noticed that before, that bit of the mountain was missing. It's got the wrong draw distance on it, I'm betting. Are we supposed to stop here? Oh, we are. No! 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 Holy, it might do it. It might, it did it? Whoa. I didn't think that was possible. Actually, yeah, looking at this platform, yeah, the Crocodile is not quite over the crest, and we actually stopped late. So if we'd stopped where we were supposed to stop, the Crocodile and that last carriage would be not quite over the crest. And if we look along the roofs of the carriages, you can see where the crest actually is. You can just see it. I can get up the right height. So I use my mouse cursor. It's about where that pole is. That's the crest. This will be interesting. So we've got to lift that thing. We're already on a gradient. The loco's already on the upwards gradient in the front here. So it's off the flat. This is going to be fun. I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, let's get it ready. Come off the brakes. They've got to get down below 2 bar, and then I can put some power on. Let's go straight to 3 and see what happens. You're not running up. Why aren't you running up? Why? Why? You're going to roll. Sometimes I hate this loco. There we go. 3. See if you can hold that. 4 and hold that. Ooh, no. Come on. Up. See if you can hold 5. Can you do it? Can you do it? Come on. Come on. Come on. Wants to go forwards. Come on. Ah, failed. Let's give it one more crack. and then we're going down to the crocodile and we're going to drive from the back. Brakes off. Come on. Come on. No, 6 was too much. 5 wasn't enough. Maybe if I'm just patient. Let's just wait. Let's see what 5 can do. Come on, I want to zoom in. Are they moving at all? No. No, 6 was too much. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's turn you off. Turn you off. I'm going to leave that door open because I've got to come back. I'm stuck. Go the other way. Oh, great. This way I'll just fall off a cliff. Hello. How you doing? Greetings. How are you? Morning. We could always just leave the crocodile here. Don't fall off the bridge. Don't fall off. Don't fall off. All right. Well, getting out of this thing's going to be interesting. Right. So if I come in here... Let's just take you way up. And just in case the brakes interact in some weird way... Now we have to go back to the other one. And you can hear the brakes interacting in some weird way between the two. So the crocodile's trying to put them on and the 111's trying to release them. You can hear the valves going sputter, 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 doing weird things. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it, what if I just put the crocodile on with a little bit of power, just so it's giving a little bit of oomph all the time, even when I want to stop? Let's try that. Because it probably doesn't need much. It's almost able to move. So let's change. What I was going to do is come back here and just drive from the back, because the crocodile is better on slippy track. But I was just thinking, let's try something else first. And I turned off Indussi and Seafy because they'd be a nightmare from driving from the back. Alright, let's put brakes. No, don't put them in shutdown, you wally. Actually, no, I do want them in shutdown, don't I? And I want that released. I want you in forward. Now, you should be ready to go, shouldn't you? So if I give you just... Right, so you're tapping. So let's give you 2 taps. 2 full taps. Because you'll do that with the brakes on. And you'll put up with it. Right, that's almost on the red line. So the red line is for the motors. If you sit between those 2 red lines, you'd blow your traction motors up. And in reality, this would be really bad for them, and you'd never do it. So this is not a prototypical thing that I am doing at all. All right, now let's come back up the front. Because that might be enough. If the crocodile can lift its own weight, the 111 should be able to lift the train, and that might be enough to get us moving. Inventive solutions. The wheel slip thing is actually doing its job, and all that switch does is let the wheel slip continue. Let's put Indussy back on since we're going to drive from here, but I'm going to leave C4 off because I could do without the annoyance for the moment. Right. Okay, now we're in forwards. Let's get... we're in off, we are. Let's get it into hold, get the brakes off. Give her this time for sure, Hoot. She'll be right, mate. No, you're not running up. Why aren't you running up? We're not rolling back, though. Right, run, 3. Okay, it's trying to move on 4, so that's good. So having a couple of taps on the back might actually be enough to keep it running. Look at that. That's all we needed, was for the crocodile to be able to pick itself up, and the 111 can handle the carriages. Now, it'll get awfully exciting when we start going downhill. It's still slipping a bit. Ah, there it goes. It's running down again. You can handle that much. Let's just let that sit for a bit. I'm not even going to try and read the chat for a little while. It's almost impossible to take more than just one tap with this thing, because by the time the thing figures out that you've pressed a button and pressed the other button, it's already tapped up twice. Is that a signal I need to pay attention to coming up too? Ooh, I managed one. I agree with the statements that you can learn anything with enough time and enough mucking around. There's no magnet here, is there? No need to acknowledge that then. That must be just a repeater signal. I figured out how fast you have to do it to get just one tap. Woohoo! Maybe we'll just put up with 30 kilometres an hour. What do you think? Cottage cheese in a garbage bag, says Psych. Animal says I thought we had a use, apparently not. Animal says this is where multiplayer would be great. That's very true, because you could have someone driving from each train. I mean, you can kind of do that anyway with Control 0 and Control 1 moving it between the cabs. You could actually do it. But, bit exciting. Uberk said you put the croc in forwards. Yes, I did. Animal says, wonder how fast the crocodile would go downhill if you cut it loose. Very. I think Bradley was trying to see how fast the crocodile could go, and he got it up to 180. I'm not going to try and tap up because we have to stop soon anyway. Stephen says the switch near the sander. Yeah, it's the one you're talking about, this one here, but I'm pretty sure all that does is it just turns off the wheel slip protection while you hold it, so it lets it spin instead of tapping down, which, I mean, it might be handy. Now, the crocodile might blow its breaker when I stop, so we'll see. We shall see whatever it is that we see. And there's no magnet on this signal either, is there? Or is there? Is it buried in snow? Let's just assume it's there. No, there was no light, so it wasn't a magnet. MA and NC rail fans is quite liking this, which is good. And yes, dopamine reward. We got it. And this one we're departing downhill, so this one's not so bad. Reethby Seafeld coming up. And we're so late now, I'm surprised the signal's green. I'm surprised we haven't got an opposing train. Because we're 12 minutes late. We'll let the croc carry us until we break. I think the crocodile's releasing the brakes at the back. But it's still stopping, so it's alright. We made it. And with the brake pressure at 2.5 bar, the croc might still power. It might. We'll know in a tick. We'll know in a tick. That wasn't a spat, it's green. You only use spat if the signal's red. Who's that naughty boy, then? I just realised I'm on top chat, not live chat, so if I've missed anybody's comments, my apologies. It's quite possible I did. Here goes nothing. We ready? No. Let's do this thing. Yeah, the croc's still pushing. Must be. It's not as steep here. Let's leave it up while we can. Let's go off as many notches as we can. It wasn't many. Looks like it's still one at a time territory. Oh no, no, no! I accidentally started running it down. Whoop, it's held 17. Can we get one more? Come on, I want to hold 18. Come on, 18, I want 18. No, stop staying in run up, you bastard. Run up, stop. I'm sitting here pressing the button and it's doing nothing. Okay, we got 17. Can we have 18? I want 18. Yes, no. Come on. Come on. Yes, got 18. That'll be enough. That'll do it. Animal says, can the crocodile work in tandem with another crocodile? Yeah, it's a double header. Yes, it can. Trying to think if the crocodile's actually got banking com or not. Banking com is an artificial construct. It's not a real thing in railways, but it's just a thing a game uses. Dare I try for 19? No. No. Leave it be. Leave it be. Animal says spag. Signal past it green. Yes. I've heard somewhere they don't call them spads in England anymore. They've got some namby-pamby PC name for them now that makes them sound like they're not so bad. Ooh, now you know the croc's powering. It's arcing. On our way to Seafeld. There's a train there somewhere. Honest. I'm grateful that Lucas doesn't put collision on trackside stuff very much. So you can do shots like this. Whereas on a DTG route, because they put collision on everything, not only does it hurt performance, but it also means that the 2 camera gets thrown around everywhere. So this one's hitting the occasional thing like a fence. Ooh, we're going a bit quick. We're going downhill. Ah! Brakes, brakes. More brakes. More brakes. Right, get it back. Get it back. Pay attention to the train. Nothing to see here. These aren't the droids you're looking for. That went south very fast. Is this the last one for this? No, we're going further. I think they might... no, it's at Geisenbach they split off, I think. These trains have been, or that one at least, been patiently waiting for us. Oh, it's bouncy with the croc pushing, isn't it? Having a loco on the back pushing you does make stopping just a little bit more interesting. Oh, look at that. Lovely. The other train's already gone. Look at that. Whoosh! How does it get back up to full speed straight away? Because it's an AI and it cheats is the answer. How are you doing, little croc? I don't think we'll be able to see in there anyway on this camera. It's fine. Loading, loading, loading. Now, where is this one going? Giesenbach. No, we're going all the way through. But I think... I'm not sure if it's Giesenbach they split or if it's Garmisch they split. I think it's probably Garmisch that they split when we finish. Okay. Brakes off. Let the croc do its thing. Let's see if it's still powering now. Because we'll just start rolling. Yeah, I'm wondering if it is. Because I braked pretty hard then. It might have blown its breaker. No, it's pushing. Yeah, it's pushing. Mr. Toby's dad, this is E682, and it's part 2. And if you run it in summer, you'd have no issues whatsoever. It'd be fine. The croc doesn't power. I've gone down there and made it power. You're hauling it dead. Are we over the top here? Or have we got more up to do? Where are we on the map? Oh no, we've got more up to do. Not a lot, but there's some more to come. I could probably turn CIFA back on now, but I'm not going to try that when I'm moving because I know what it'll probably do. Now, this will be interesting. Because I'm going to have regen brakes going, and the croc's pushing. Here's hoping we don't blow up both engines. Because, you know, that would be amusing. This is certainly a fun service. I think it was you, Burke, that pointed it out, so thank you for the pointer. So, and I did myself in choosing winter and snow, because, you know, I'm an idiot. Maybe I should have turned the croc off at that station. There's a nice view. Tree Sim World. Brought to you by Dovetail Games. Looks like it is all down from now on, so yeah, I probably could turn the truck off. But we'll leave it. It's fine. Syke says we could call that pulling a Werner von Braun. In Australian, we call it pulling a Bradbury. If you're not familiar with a Bradbury, it's when you're in a possible situation because you're just not good enough and somehow you succeed anyway because everyone around you fails. And it comes from the ice skater Stephen Bradbury, who was on the team because, yes, one of Australia's best speed skaters, but Australia's best speed skaters are not really up there in comparison to the world's best speed skaters. We're probably about, being generous, in the top 20, if that. Because, you know, it doesn't really freeze here. So there's only artificial. And there's not winter. So they have to train overseas. And it's all about money. Can they get enough time to get training and all those sorts of things? And this bloke was in a speed skate race and he was coming last. And everyone else fell over because there was some trippage. And he won. And he just kept going. And ever since then, there's been, yeah, pull the Bradbury. And I think the word from the commentator was, no way, he's going to win. It was something like that. Animal says tap changer is not good for my OCD, can only put in even numbers. Oh, you can get odd numbers if you're quick enough. It works, it's easier on the keyboard. And you'll notice I'm not even, the rail driver's not even turned on. I bought a little USB box that lets me turn off individual USB channels. So I don't have to keep plugging and unplugging the rail driver because I don't want to bugger its plug. Uberg says, I'm glad I went train spotting at Mittenwald. That's where I spotted at the consist. Lord Datnut said, kids who grew up in the 90s called it pulling a Homer. Like his grease business. Mr. Toby's dad says that was short track speed skating. Yes. And it's a video that's worth watching. If you've never seen it happen, just Google something like Bradbury speed skating. You'll find it on YouTube. Because it was actually it's a cool race to watch. I mean, the emotions ran really high with the commentators. And if they play the interview with him at the end, he's just dumbfounded. Let's let the croc speed us up. Imagine how hot that poor thing's getting. It'd be cooking itself. Oh, we have to stop. Downhill with a croc pushing in the snow. It's going to go well. No, this isn't the last stop. Isn't it weird that the station's not in the 2-track bit? Now, I think something we should do is... let's go and relieve this poor croc. Actually, I should have watched those passengers, because I've always been curious how the ones with suitcases get into this kind of train. Ah, wow, says the bird. Now, if this thing had a temperature gauge, it's probably very hot. There you go. Enjoy yourself. You can cool off for a little while. If we need you again, we'll come back. Syke says, at this point, Fritz in the back is jumping around like water in bacon grease. Yep. He would be just a little bit hot. Alright. Release you. Get the doors closed. I'm going to put you back into off. Sooner or later the brakes will finish releasing and we'll move. About now. Fritz in the bacon grease. Could be a good saying, that. Be a good YouTube channel name, actually. Fritz in the bacon grease. No one could ever figure out what your channel was about from that. I actually read that you're supposed to honk 3 times for the Austrian unprotected crossings. So it's once, twice, and then the third one is as you're going through the crossing. Any update on entering the giveaway contest? Oh, yes. What are we at? We're at the 16th. So we're halfway through the month. And basically the idea is, and I haven't settled on where the question will come from, but from one of my live streams during the month, I'll take something that was said or something that happened on one of the live streams. And if someone can answer the question, then you have to answer on my Discord via DM. And the first one that answers the question gets a game or DLC of their choice on their platform of choice. Now, it may end up being a gift card. So if you're on PlayStation, I don't think there's any way to buy someone a PlayStation game. I think you can only give them a gift card. So, and it's to the value of 80 Australian dollars. So that'll cover most games. About the only thing that won't buy you is GTA 6, because that'll probably be $3,000 when it comes out. And this month I'm doing it for anybody. And next month I'll do a members only version. That is what I'll be doing. Lord Dampnut. Sorry, I said the first one, didn't I? Yeah, what I actually... People send it through and I draw the winner. And I'll draw the winner live. Yes, my apologies. That was the plan. Thank you for reminding me. Hopefully I have actually said that previously, but I haven't even thought about how I'm going to ask the question yet. I guess I'll have to ask the question either on the last stream this month or on the first stream in March, one or the other. But I think the last stream this month should be better. Let's get it below 40 because I think that's what it's going to want. Just don't think there's a magnet, but I'm going to acknowledge it anyway. And toot the horn. We're on the flat. How boring's that? Don't need the brakes. Clunk. Yes, red box is meant to indicate that you're locked out and that you can't accelerate. Your red box probably also means that you should see a GP if you're of the female variety. Go and see a doctor. Because no one should have a red box. Pink, sure. Red, no. That water looks really nice in winter. It's hard to tell whether it's frozen or not. It looks good. Nice job, graphic artist, whoever that was. Very respectable. Alright, here we are at... Oh, they told me how to say it last time. Something like that. This is red, isn't it? More brakes. Should be fine. It's all good. Not a problem. See? Now, if the croc had still been on, this might have been more interesting. Boop. And then we go on to Mittenwaldbahn and Garmisch-Partenkirchen. Good. Now, are we going to be sitting here for a little while? Because is this the border one? I think this is the border one, isn't it? So they all go in there and they go, papers, please. Oh, she came out the door backwards. It's clever. Now, I did see on someone else's stream that they were playing and the people were walking back and forth and they're meant to know when there's a train coming and not walk across. Let's just say on that particular crossing, they didn't. Splat. And it's a bit interesting because people do actually have collision on. We're green now, so I guess we're not waiting here for 10 minutes because we're so late. All right, brakies off. Off we go with the little clonker. Just waiting for the brakes to release through the whole train. Psych says you read my mind and preempted my comment. That's because you're a dirty little boy like I am, Psych. C says, good news for everyone else. My memory is actually really shocking, so I don't remember anything from previous streams. Ah, yeah, you will. Animal says a brown box. And all pink on the inside, mate. Animal TV says, related to the cows then. Psych says they should program the people to be the same as the cows. I think the cows should have collision because, you know, this is a neutral zone, isn't it? We better run down. It's only the warning for the neutral zone, though. It's not actually it yet, I don't think. There's the neutral zone start. We had no power briefly, but now we do have it. I think it'd be really good if the cows had collision on, because then they'd go fly off into the distance. Trouble is, it might derail your train. And it would be a bit annoying if you've gotten this far and your train got derailed, wouldn't it? I don't remember if there's a magnet there, and under the snow I couldn't see one. Yeah, the cows do respond to horns. If you blow the horn at them, they run away. But sometimes when they're walking across the track, they walk across the track anyway. I think it's this stream that's got the cow with its head stuck in the bank, isn't it? P for honk your horn. Didn't you know they run away when you honk the horn? I don't know if they hang around in the depths of winter. I think they do. We'll find out soon. We're coming into cow territory now. I think I'm about to get stopped by Indussi. No. Yes. Yeah, there was no hope of me slowing down for that one. Sigh. Animal said, don't Austrian cows have bells because their horns don't work? Yeah, I think so. That would make them like American trains, wouldn't it? They had bells. I'm leaving C's comment very well alone there. Almost at Mittenwald. I should have been slowing down. I needed to be doing less than 40 through that signal, because it was an adverse signal. As Florian pointed out earlier, I'm not 100% certain that's actually correct, because I think you should be able to get to 40 within 34 seconds. It's dubious whether I would have, so I don't think it should have pinged me that quickly. I'm about to get whacked again because we just ran over a magnet. It's going to stop me again now. For sure. Just like the brakes on. It didn't. Maybe the braking curve stuff actually works. Maybe it knew I was going to get to that speed. Yeah, that's interesting. All right. I preemptively stopped myself. Yes, American trains and their bells. You know it's happening. Here's our focal point's pretty good. Come on. I think let's make it in the morning. Too early. Too late. That looks a little bit nicer. Go back just a little bit. That'll do. Done. Just roll our way in here. Bad timing. That's not what you write right before a signal. It really isn't. Oh. But I wasn't going too fast. Why did it whack me? I don't like you, signal. I really don't understand that one. I don't think that should have done that. Alright, we'll just use this power method for the moment. It'll figure it out sooner or later. Sykes says engineers must stream bells and horns. My main objection to the American bells is because they're used so much, they get like high-vis clothing. It's everywhere. You can't see it anymore. So I don't think anybody would actually hear the bells on an American train because they're just used to having them on. It's a bit like people with sirens. These days they put growlers on fire engines. They're unbelievably loud. Just to try and scare people out of the way. You Burke, anyway, time for bed. I had failed my own attempt to get over the hill with schedule. Oh, that's sad, mate. I was surprised. That's sad. Sleep well, mate. Gratuitous bridge shot, of course. Animal says, I never get the point of the bell. If you can't hear a great train approaching with a horn that can blast out windows, what good is the ding, ding, ding going to do? Exactly. Stopping here at Mittenwald. You've got to get pretty close to the red to get down to the stopping point on this one. And it does make you a tad nervous coming this close to the signal. Because having to get to the point where you can't see your signal anymore is a little disconcerting. Yeah, we've got the green. Good. Whee. Let's try that again. Up, no, back, back, back. Right, there we go. Now if we come down here somewhere, down, good, that's a good spot. Not a bad picture, actually. I think I like that one. But I'll just let it do its own thing there. No, you don't want to do your own thing. Okay. That'll do. Take a screenshot. Go. Now we know this signal's gone green. Hopefully it's still green. We weren't in off. I left it in power when I braked then. That was naughty. Brakes off. Yes, I know what else is called a growler, but growlers are these ridiculous noisy things that go... And they just shake the universe, basically. How is it we couldn't see that signal when we stopped, but I could see it then? How is that possible? Did the train move back a metre when I wasn't looking? Weird. Off we go to place. Glad to see the croc picks up some snow on its undergear. Makes it look good. Ooh, it's got a turny thing. Who knew it had a turny thing? I've never noticed that before. What's this thing down here? Yeah. Must be a speed recorder or something. Alt, right in the face. Oh, gratuitous. Whee! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Stay with me. Yeah, we've got it on bridge. I hate trying to navigate the camera with a controller. I'm really bad at it. They just confuse me spatially. I probably shouldn't be running so fast, should I? Oh no, we're okay. We're okay. All good. Lord Tacitus says, very impressed by the Mittens so far. Still trying to decide whether to pick up West Coast Mainline Shaps or Mitten. Well, depending on what kind of train you like, I guess. Why am I stopping? Oh, we're going uphill. Okay. He's hoping I can make this work, or he might have to go out the back and get the croc to start pushing again. See, that'd be a good candidate for the comment for the question, wouldn't it? Why am I stopping? Because I'm an idiot. I'm kind of confused about what it's trying to do at the moment, to be honest with you. I've lost track. Are we just stuck in run up or what? I didn't think that switch really did anything useful. Slippy, 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 slippy. It's trying. It's very trying. I honestly don't know what it's doing at the moment. I'm not doing anything. Look. I think it's just gotten confused. It's weird. Animal says chef. Psych says tough choice, get both. Alright. It's just running up and running up and running up. Fine. It's go and get health time. I was beginning to wonder if those blowers were going to stop. That's not rolling backwards, is it? No, good. Because it's only in brake one. C says Shap wins hands down. Animal says more variety on Shap. There is a gorgeous looking route, but limited playability. It all comes down to what people like. I think if I was choosing between the two, I would actually choose this one. But it is a tough choice to make. I do like both. Good enough. Sorry, Pokes. Apologies for the delay. Just got to go back and stroke the crocodile. So it'll help us get up the hill. All right, let's get the brakes off and try and tap up. Now you've got a croc pushing on the other end, so you should be fine. Looks like we're good. I'm going to hold this thing for a little while though. I have them at the funniest times. I just wrote a note for another video idea that I think could be funny. It does look like a ship's cabin. Yep, gotta wake up, Fritz. So it does come down to the kinds of things you like. Yay! Someone at the doorbell. It's all right. I'll send my friend up there to answer the doorbell. Right, now we don't need the croc anymore. It's going to be just annoying. And I shouldn't have gone to off then, I know. It's all right, the croc can do all the work now. Animal says they seem to have forgotten the seat in the crocky. Yeah, she's an upright one. That's why I think the croc's a lot like a steam engine. Squealy, squealy go the wheels as we come into Clyce. Start watching for cows. Get up high enough so you can see what they do. Oh, it's got one. See how it ran? The one in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. wait till we get to the next cow field and see if we can wake up some sleeping ones. Yeah, we are going downhill again. Now the crop's going to make me go really fast. Yeah, I think American trains inherited a lot of their traits from stagecoaches, but English trains, I would have to say, probably the horse and buggy to some extent. They didn't have stagecoaches, but their competitor was the canal boats. So there is terminology shared in common. They have the same concept that they both hate gradients. Psych says Mastery could reuse the UFO with the cows, and Animal says don't mention Mastery. You know, I'm kind of there with the Animal. I used to religiously do all the Mastery. This was before I was an ambassador. And then at one point, before I was an ambassador, when I was doing beta, I had a bad switch from beta back to public to do a stream. And I lost all my progress. I lost Mastery. I lost the whole lot. And I just went, nah, I'm not doing it anymore. I rage quit. I think I've done one Mastery since then. Look at all these cars waiting for us. Oh, that's just funny. You'll have to wait a little bit longer, cars, because I'm not in a rush. Look at them all. They're all lined up in both directions at the crossing. That's where you just rub it in and go. It's a bit like on my railway where we've had a bad run up the hill and you're doing about 1/10 of 1 mile an hour, just woof, woof, as you're going up the hill with the steam engine. And the lights and bells have gone and they've shut the gates at the top of the hill. And you know you're not going to be there for 10 minutes. And they're sitting up there getting angrier and angrier and angrier. And you know what? Makes me happy. What do we got left? One more. So we load up our little passengers. Snow's pretty deep on this platform. Rail says riding metro tomorrow. That'll be good. To Union Station. Berettas. Animal says we had stagecoaches over here. The first train coach was literally stagecoaches fitted with train wheels. The first big fancy ones, yeah, but the first ones were just like little gondolas. "11 gays to Garmisch-Partenkirchen," which coincidentally will be the end of the stream. This has taken a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. I'm thinking, yeah, now, get that one done, we'll do another run, be good. But no, it did take just a little while. Animal says my mastery hasn't registered anything since December. Normally when that happens, if you log out of your profile on the game, so disconnect from Dovetail Live, and it'll give you all sorts of horrible warning messages, ignore them, and then go to live.dovetail.com and log out from the website as well, and go back into the game and log in, and then restart whatever machine you're on, whether it's a console or a PC or whatever, just to make sure the game's completely dead. That often seems to re-trigger it. And sometimes it'll re-upload the stuff that you did in the meantime, but usually won't. It's a bit poor, that. It's a bit crappy. Oh, there we are. Cows. No. See, I'm honking the horn there, but you can't hear it. They could, though. I should have gone back there and... yeah, we're going a bit quick. I should run it back up the hill backwards to show you the cows running away, but... I'm not going to try and push this train up the hill with the crocodile pushing against it. For some funny reason. Ah, Fritz boxes. Good routers, the Fritz box. Well, they used to be anyway. I'm not sure if they still are. I run the standard Chinese variety these days, as most people do. German terminus. Rail says, nope, you wish you had a collection. Animal says, yep, I've done that a few times and raised 2 tickets with Dovetail, but nothing works. It's kaput. Well, that's horrible. The only other thing you can do, and it basically means you lose any progress you've got, is to delete your local save files. And the game will start again, but you'll have a new profile. And that's not cool at all. Guess what that's probably going to do? Yep. Should have slowed down. Yep. As soon as the train thinks I've stopped... Sigh. Come on. Charge it up. I like that overcharge actually works in this. Are you pushing any more, Crocodile? What's going on? Kind of think Crocky's not pushing. Oh, maybe it is. Here we go. Syke says that wouldn't be. I want character customization. Like Cyber 27/7 level of character customization. It would be good to be able to... why is there a magnet next to it? Just a bloody traffic pole. I have to put some brakes on here or the crocodile's going to push me through this next one too fast. I should get away with this one, surely. I'm very glad that I built Box a few years ago. This is Box. Because it's got proper arcade buttons on it. So when you're getting a bit frustrated with industrial PCB and you're really mashing the buttons, you're nothing compared to that kid at the arcade. You're not going to hurt the button. Alrighty, here we go. I'm into Garmisch Hokenkaken and Partenkirchen and Partenkitchen or Part Your Kitchen, Part whatever. Hello train that's been waiting for me. I'd care, but I don't. Actually, no, this isn't Garmisch-Partenkirchen. I thought I was at the end of the route, but no, we're not. This is just a waypoint. It's just a bit on the side. Let's see our news station, maybe. Kaltenbrunn. Animal says, I rest my case with that sinus thingy or whatever it's called. But you don't really see your character that much. No, you don't. Be good if you did, though. Wrong end. Have I mentioned that I hate trying to navigate with a controller? There you go. That's about all you see. I've had all of the TSW characters. Currently using that one. Because can. Why not? I started using female characters about the time that Steam came out, and there were all those people going, "Oh, why am I putting that on? I want to put that on." Or all these people going, "Oh, women on the footplate. No, can't have women on the footplate." So I started using female characters on Steam engines just because it gave them the shits. I kind of liked that. Not that I'm a shitster or anything, no. No, not at all. You know, I can't imagine Dovetail doing cutscenes. Psych was thinking, you never know what's in the future. There could be cutscenes. I don't know. A lot of money goes into cutscenes. Just don't see him doing it. Ooh. That's a nice little detail, which we haven't got to yet. There. With the tree falling down along the bridge there. Ah. I know where we are. That's Turtle Creek. That is. If you know, you know. Hang on a tick. I'm late anyway. May as well do this. So I just trust that it'll stop. Yep. Whee! Actually, let me check the map. Where we think we are? Yeah, we're where I think we are. Come on, let me out. Let me out. Alright. May as well put the croc out of its burny misery up here too. But someone wanted to see the turtle. So we're going to go see the turtle. Clearly my other half thinks I've been streaming too long. Because she's gone to her let's make as much noise as possible tactic in the other room. Alright. Just leave the... Whey! That was a long way. And we'll just go racing up here. Back to the fallen branch. Hopefully it's not a ridiculous amount of distance. I don't think it was. I think we stopped fairly quickly. Probably only got about half a kilometre to run here. I think we're in the right part of the forest anyway. I think it's that branches, it's the signal. There's the branch. And we go up this side of the creek, I think, and then across the little bridge and up this way. No, I don't want to give it up. Things are getting weird. Oh, there it is. Went the wrong way. Ta-da! And if you go in there, which I'm not going to because I'll lose the train, it takes you back to Mittenwaldbahn. There you go. Now you know. You've joined those that know. So to find it, look for this tree. That's the clue. Back to the train we go. There you go. And if you didn't know, you now know. And as Animal points out, it was the right moment for you to know. Because if you didn't watch this stream, 22 of you now know. Others, oh, so many others don't know. And you guys can just quietly keep that to yourselves. Probably about another 300 people will watch this afterwards. How do I know? I actually found out because when Lucas did the stream with Mittens, so they did a preview stream on Dovetail, but then he did a stream on one of the German ambassador channels before it was... I think we had it, but we hadn't got the clearance to stream it yet. It was still under embargo. And he did the stream with Mittens. He got really excited about that down tree, and I was just thinking to myself, that's the spot. And I went and found it. I go, yep, that's the spot. Sorry, passengers, we had to visit the turtle. It's not a euphemism. It's called Freddy, by the way. The turtle. He's got a name. Up we get. Should have shut the door because now the cab's freezing. Brakes off. I thought it would just start rolling, but no. Ooh. I thought that tree was going to fall over then. Well, that'd be awesome. Good would that be? That's maybe the other signal, the tree that waves in the wind when there's no wind. Doon we go. It doesn't just get darker. In summer it goes red and purple and green. You're going into the spooky spot of the Shrine of Freddy. And if you go through the thing, it takes you to Mittenwaldbahn. Hello, Connie. How are you? Long time no speak. Been ill. Oh, I hope you're getting better. Sorry you never caught me in Blighty. There is some very remote possibility that I'll come to the ambassador event at the August or September, I think they do it, somewhere around there. And if I do, it won't be the same grand tour as last time, but there are a few railways that I missed, so there'll definitely be a few to visit. I want to go to Didcot. I want to go to the railway that Jamie works on. Because, you know, Jamie's a weird little guy, and weird little guys are my people. Want to go to Seven Valley? I didn't get to that one. I got talked out of Seven Valley by someone, and I was kind of sad that I did that. I want to go to Crick, the Tramway Museum, but I think I'd hire a car to go there because there's no easy way to get to Crick. Oh no, we're going to get whacked again, aren't we? No, maybe not. Let me just slide on into this one. Where's that signal flashing? There's no other signal down here, is there? Or was it warning me about the crossing, maybe? Maybe it's telling me the crossing's working. You do not know. Because we aren't stopping here. Ooh, look at that big icy patch on the road. That'd be fun. Thinking of icy patches on roads, there's a... someone's putting up YouTube shorts of an icy corner in the US. And these cars come off, and it's just fascinating hearing the sound of the car being destroyed. North Norfolk. That's the one that Jamie's on, isn't it? And Animal says, been to Crick many years ago. Is it worth going to? I thought it was kind of good, kind of not. So I kind of didn't. I had it on my plans, and then I ended up going somewhere else. I think I used that day to go to Bury. To the whatever that railway's called. I can't remember what it's called. But that was a really good day. I enjoyed that. That was totally unplanned, and I was chatting with one of the steam crews. I'd ridden the train all the way out to the end, and I was chatting with one of the steam crews before we came back and talking to them about watering and stuff. Just looking at how they were taking water and managing it. And one of them asked if I worked on a railway, and I said, yeah, I'm Puffy Billy. And they went, do you want a cab ride back then? But, cool. Of course I do. What's really weird is sometimes I've heard people, when they get offered the cab ride, turn it down, and you go, why? But if you were there with your family, sure, you can understand that then. You wouldn't want to leave them alone because, you know, they'd just spend the rest of the day mad at you. But if you're there on your own, why would you ever turn it down? I'm glad you're getting better, Connie. It's good to know. So I hope you really are feeling better, and this is a sign of you being back around. Because it has been a little while. Well, pretty close to maybe a year. Animal has 2 preserved railways near you, only small ones? Yeah, the small ones can be good, because the small ones are often a lot more casual than the big ones. Am I going too fast for this magnet? Probably. Might have just gotten away with it, I think. I think that was a yes. Yes, the brakes are coming off, so I'm able to proceed. Come on, train. Don't leave me hanging here. Come on. Not so close to the end. Come on. It's like one of your mates comes up and goes, Knuckles, when you won't give it back. Protected crossing with upper light means operating well. Ah, so it's the equivalent of our white lights. We have white lights on the crossings that flash. Most of us call them Blinky Bill because it's a single white light and Blinky Bill's a koala. I don't get the connection, but, you know, that's just what they call them. Animal says, stay with family or a cab ride. Bye, family. I just got an A coming out of the kitchen there. Christopher Kelly says, hope everyone's okay. Have you tried Ambulance Life Simulator? I haven't. I should stop, shouldn't I? Because, you know, there's nowhere to go after here. Just saying. Gone a bit too far down the platform. But that's okay. It'll work fine. And why does 2 keep taking me to the crocodile today? It's probably because I've been in it and it's confused. Oh, well, that's fine. We are on Gliese 4. Lovely. I haven't tried Ambulance Life Simulator. No. It looked kind of intriguing, but it's not exactly my channel's thing. But, I do sometimes play games that aren't exactly my channel's thing, and it's fine. I'm going to get kicked out now, aren't I? Yep. So we'll just continue so we can chat and watch this train leave, I suppose. Return to free roam. Let's go. No, I'm still in the train. It is going to go. Am I in the train or is it someone else? It's still me. I would have thought Nai would have taken that over by now, but I guess not. Anyway, that's fine. Syke says passenger rail is supposed to reopen this year in Ontario to Toronto, but half the track for the journey is rated at 40 miles an hour. They need to invest. Yeah, they do. You don't need to say sorry, Connie. It's fine. It's all good. There might be an opportunity to meet on the next trip. We shall see. And Animal says it takes you back to the back of the train regardless. Normally it takes me to the front. I know on consoles it goes to the back, but on PC for me it usually goes to the front. But with the crocodile on, it hasn't been. Oh, I'm finally getting kicked out. I better leave then. Well, there's a noise. Oh, what a classic noise. Or is it going to go the other way now? Or is this where they split? I'm curious what it does. I want to know what it does. Because in theory, the croc goes one way and the other train goes the other way, but I don't know where they split up. So that's still coupled. There's that farting again. Well, that's going that way. Oh, that's where they split. Look. And the croc will go the other way. At least I assume the croc goes the other way. I don't know how long it goes because there's no monitors on this platform that tells you. Let's see if it's got an AI in it. No, it doesn't. So it must be a while before it goes. Well, it does have a pantograph up, but that might be because I put it up. It's still got its red lights on, so nothing's touched it. Alrighty. That's about it for today, I think. So Chris Kelly says it's very detailed as well as it's been made by real-life paramedics. You should try it. If you like injury in very detailed game, you'll like it. That sounds mean. And that was the game. Oh, there it goes. Bye-bye, crocodile. Bald man's running off with it. Hey, he's stolen my crocodile. Well, now we know what happens to that train at the end. It's good. Yeah, I did the merch thing, Connie. I haven't decided whether I'm going to put merch up or not. Because, you know, it's kind of... it's kind of a little bit scummy. But, you know, I'm a little bit scummy too, so it might be okay. My OCD's getting me. Got to fix them. There we go. Anyway, I think that's it for today. I will be back on Wednesday night with something else. Railroad has just had an update. I've got the day all paused, all shunted. Everything's ready to go. So we might do a couple of hours of Railroader maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'll have a look, Chris Kelly. I can also check Keymailer and see if it's something I can get a key for. So, we shall see. Anyway, have fun, folks. It's been awesome having you along today, and we had a quite a difficult time with this one. I quite enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was very challenging. A little bit of thinking outside the box to get the outer locomotive working. So I hope that helps other people in the same boat who might watch this and think, that's a way to do it. Because that's going to help you anytime there's a dead locomotive on the back and you need help on a hill. Alrighty. Anyway, have fun, folks. Enjoy yourselves. It's a possibility for a Wednesday night, Christopher, because I don't just do train games on Wednesday nights, but I do keep train games for the Sundays or Saturdays for a lot of people. All right, have fun, folks. Enjoy. See you later. Bye now.